Hi Gemini, this is Tantric Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do your general love tarot reading for the month of May 2019. And for your overall energy, it's very interesting because your spread is very interesting. But in the overall energy, you have the Tower reversed. And when I was shuffling your Lenormand's deck, you had the Tower card fall out too. And this came out reversed. And it was really fascinating because it just kind of like flipped out of the deck and it showed up reversed. And I usually do not read Lenormand's reversed, but I just left it that way because your Tower is reversed. And being that this is in your overall energy, what does this mean? So if you've been listening to me for a while, you may know that the Tower card represents a destruction, a destructive energy, something that completely flips your world upside down. It needs to rehaul something in your life in a very big way. It's a transformation and it comes out of nowhere. And being that we've had this energy for a while of packing up and moving, that makes a lot of sense. But being that it's, in a love reading, what does this mean for a love situation? Okay. So, Gemini, you have been avoiding a very traumatic, disastrous situation with someone. And I feel like Spirit was literally protecting you from this person or this situation. It's as if you sidestepped falling off a cliff here. Literally, that's what it feels like to me. It feels like you completely avoided a catastrophic disaster with someone. And being that you have the Lenormand here, the Tower, misfortune, reversed on top of your Tower reversed, this is basically saying, Gemini, you avoided something here. And I feel like you were protecting yourself and you also were protected by the universe, okay? So this is in your overall energy. And I usually don't look back on the previous month's readings because I feel like that's just confusing anyway. But that would make sense off of your last month's energy. So in terms of love, you're being protected, Gemini. You avoided something that was just cataclysmic, that was not meant for you, that was really kind of stripped out of your energy for a reason, okay? Now, in your overall energy here, you have the Nine of Swords reversed. So you have been feeling very anxious. You've been walling yourself off in your house, kind of secluding yourself away from conversating with others. You're needing to take that quiet time out for yourself because you've been in your head with the Nine of Swords. But you're coming out of this period of self-isolation. You're coming out of this period where this person really put you in your feelings, put you in your head, where you had to go on that, mental carousel over and over and over again. And for some of you, it may have caused even some kind of like a manifestation in terms of some kind of illness that can definitely take place when you do not get off that hamster wheel of negativity in your mind. But again, being that this is in your overall energy and it's reversed, you're coming out of the feeling of anxiousness that this person caused you. And because you have the House Lenormand here, clarifying this, you've been stuck inside. You've been stuck inside ruminating. You've been stuck inside late at night, just kind of going over things from your past, going over this kind of devastating situation here right next to your Tower reverse. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it still happened. And that's in your overall energy. And this, I feel like you're just getting really sick and tired of people putting you in that state where you're wasting your energy, you're wasting your mental fortitude over people that are just not worth it. Because Geminis have a lot of creative energy and we have a lot of intelligence, but when that goes to people that are just sucking us dry like vampires mentally, we can get on that hamster wheel and it can be very, very difficult for us to actually detach from that type of energy because we're so analytical, we kind of latch onto things. And you may have had to put yourself in seclusion in order to kind of just get that out of your system here. And at the bottom of your deck, you have the Strength card reversed. and you have sadness on top of this. So really it's saying the same thing, isn't it? It's saying that you feel like with this individual, you're not strong, like they've kind of just made you feel weak and made you feel sad. And that's, Spirit is saying here that you're going to start feeling a lot better, because I'm seeing here that you're remembering your own power, you're remembering your own truth, and it's like you're breaking this spell that this person has put you in, and it's created unhappiness for you. But you're kind of giving your power away to them in a sense, and that's what's making you sad. So if you just remember that you're the one doing that, you can kind of snap yourself out of that spell. So in your energy, Gemini, you have the Emperor here. So yay, you are taking on the Emperor energy. That's very powerful. Some of you are retracting from the dating scene altogether because you're focusing on your business, you're focusing on your family, you're focusing on your job. And as a result of that, you are gaining traction in those areas. You are turning up as the Emperor, powerful, someone that others look to as a leader. You also have enemy on top of this. And if you can see in this depiction, this man is literally behind a tree stump, and there's an enemy coming towards him down the road. And I feel like these two energies are very similar because the Emperor knows what's going on. He can see people from a mile away that want to steal his throne, and he's not having any of it. So Gemini is literally behind the tree stump, figuratively, I should say. You're watching enemies walk down your alley way ahead of time, way before they even see you. So that's actually really powerful. And you have the Lovers reversed, and this is our major arcana. But being that this is in your energy, you're really kind of not putting your energy into relationships at this time because it has been reversed, because you have not been getting what you want, and that's why you're taking on, as a result, the Emperor's energy. You're taking your power back, and you have money on top of the Lovers reversed. So some of you realize that whenever you get into a relationship, your money suffers. You're losing money because your energy, your effort is not directed in that area of your life. It's almost like a trade-off. It's like when your love life is doing well, your finances kind of seep out. And when your finances are doing well, you really have no love life to show for it, right? But again, you're focusing on your money as the Emperor. You're not really focused on the Lovers reversed because it's not rendering you what you want. The relationships that you're attracting, it's not bringing you happiness. It's just making you feel weak. And in your timeline, you have the Five of Pentacles, and you have conversations on top of this. So in terms of your finances, or in terms of your love life, you're feeling like you do not have enough. So that's why you're working on your finances. That's why you're putting that to the forefront. I'm also getting the feeling here that you are being the Emperor for certain people in your family as well, because they're looking at you as the leader. They're looking at you as the one that they can rely on, the one that needs to take charge. They're taking their cue from Gemini. It's like you're pulling everyone out of the Five of Pentacles energy, which is the feeling of not having enough, the feeling of being in lack. The good news about this card is that it is in your past position. So you are pulling yourself up by the bootstraps. You are bringing yourself out of this period of not having enough, not feeling fortunate, not feeling like you have stability in some aspect of your life. And because you have conversation on top of this, you may be having conversations with people about the fact that maybe you're not happy in your current situation financially or in your current job, and you are looking to others for advice. And I'm also seeing here that, again, in regards to your family life, you are having conversations. You're having very serious discussions with others about how to bring yourself out of the feeling of lack financially. Now, in terms of strictly an emotional energy, be careful of not kind of airing out your dirty laundry if you feel like you have experienced very serious lack or very serious letdowns in previous relationships. When you go out on dates, maybe you should not really express that, because when you're sending that kind of signal out, it can be misinterpreted by others, okay? Now, you also have the Three of Cups reversed, and you have gift on top of this. So again, in terms of going out and having fun, I feel like for the month of May, Gemini is not really in the party mindset. They don't really want to go out and mingle and have fun, because it seems very surface. It seems very shallow right now with your Three of Cups reversed. And also, Gemini is tired of third-party situations. And someone who has put you through that situation in the past, they do want to offer you a gift, because you have gift right on top of this. And moving on, you have the Four of Cups reversed. So you're done going out with people that you're just not interested in, really. Now, because the Four of Cups is reversed, I feel like Spirit is giving you a heads up that you are going to start getting better prospects. You are going to start encountering people that you're actually very much interested in, because you have been running into a few duds lately. And there's an aspect here of having to kind of harness your own energy. And I'm getting specifically that Gemini needs to meditate or pull their energy back in from frivolous relationships or people that are just splitting your energy into a million different ways. You need to kind of center yourself in the month of May, especially towards the middle of May. Now you have Officer or Soldier on top of this. Some of you are dealing with somebody in the month of May that has a lot of authority in their job. Or if you're not dealing with somebody like an officer, like a soldier, or someone with a lot of authority, you yourself are taking on this energy where you're literally like, no, you do not pass go, you do not collect $100. I need to make sure you are exactly what I want, because I have not been getting what I want with the Four of Cups reversed. So again, back to the Emperor energy, you're being very stern, Gemini. You're not letting anything get past you in the month of May. Now, you also have the Hanged Man reversed. So this is good. This means you're done waiting. This means you're done feeling held up or held hostage by other people who are not deciding what it is that they really want. So you're not allowing other people's confusion to become your own. You also have sadness on top of this. So you're literally removing yourself from those situations. You are cutting the cord. You're detaching yourself from situations that undervalue you. That's very clear. Now, the last card you have towards the end of May is the World reversed, which means there is a lack of closure right next to your Hanged Man reversed. So yes, you're letting yourself go from these certain situations, but there's also still internally something that you feel has been left hanging. There's certain loose ends here still that you're trying to move away from. And because this is a major arcana, the universe is saying, yes, Gemini, there are definitely some things that have not come to a full, complete close. And you have message on top of this. Now, specifically, some of you will be getting a message that kind of pops the balloon open in a sense and leaves that circle from closing, because this person keeps coming back in. It's like every single time they slide into your DMs, every single time they text you, it prevents the world from closing. It leaves the door like a crack open. So definitely watch out for this energy, because I feel like for a lot of you, you have someone here that just randomly pops in whenever they want to. It's like right when you close the door, they stick their foot in the door. That's just the visual that I'm getting. And for your romance angel cards here, Gemini, you have children and you have the Three of Swords reversed. So you are healing from heartbreak. And for some of you, this person has other obligations that they are responsible for. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that they have children, but it does mean that there are obligations that they are unable to relieve themselves of. And for others of you, you feel like this person is mentally immature, like they are a child. You feel much more mature than this person. So you are healing yourself from a clear heartbreak in your past here, because this person, again, is just very immature. And yes, they may have children. They may also have previous familial obligations that they are committed to in some level. But you are still removing yourself. You're still healing from this. So that looks pretty good for Gemini. You also have let go of control issues and the Hermit reversed. So you have been in a place where you've had to kind of pull back. You've had to isolate yourself in order to listen to your own mind and not be sidetracked or distracted by other people's opinions, etc. You've been in the house a lot, basically. But Spirit is saying here with regards to this person to let go of the control issues. Just give it to God, really. Give it to the universe with your world reversed here. I feel like that's the biggest piece of advice for Gemini in the month of May. And how they're feeling about you is they want to free themselves. They don't want to be tied down. You also have for them the Six of Wands reversed. They feel like they cannot win with you. They may be used to getting their way, and because you have not allowed them to get their way, they realize that they just can't win. They feel like they are losing the battle with you, and they want to free themselves of that. They don't want to be in that situation where they're not getting the upper hand, where they feel like you're the one that is winning over them. So they're definitely pulling back here with free yourself. That's how they're feeling. I'm getting the feeling of very non-committal. Now they also have the Five of Wands here, and they have this could be the one reversed. So yes, on some level they do feel like you are the one. On some level they do see how amazing you are, but they're still pulling back. They're not doing anything about that. And with the Five of Wands here, the Five of Wands speaks about competition. So I feel like not only do you have competition, Gemini, but they do, meaning you have other suitors around you and they have other suitors around them. And because there's a lot of competition on both sides, they're definitely, again, feeling like they are not winning. So there's definitely a level here of prematurely pulling back because maybe they just don't have the confidence to feel like they can beat out this competition on your side as well. And because they are the Six of Wands reversed, they're not used to that, to put it simply. So that's how they're feeling about you, Gemini. And also, I just wanted to give a quick message for my fellow Geminis out there, in that Spirit was telling me to express something that I have been thinking about for the past month. And I wasn't really going to say this, but based on your spread, I feel like this is going to be helpful for some of you. And I've been having this kind of mantra or this saying in my mind for the past month. And the saying is, angels carry swords too. And in the tarot deck, the sword is known as the air element. It's also symbolic of knowledge. And the term angels carry swords too is symbolic of not allowing lower level people that do not have your best interests at heart, do not allow them to gain control over you. Because if you think about it, angels are not some cute little innocent cherubs. They have to be ruthless in a sense. And even in ancient illustrations, it's often depicted that angels behead demons. And what does that mean? That means that angels are stronger than demons because demons are beneath angels. So if you are encountering people that are not on your level, if you are encountering childish people that try to break your heart and use you, you have to understand that you're in control and you do not have to engage with people that are not behaving in a moral way. You have to be ruthless when it comes to cutting out certain toxic people in your life. If you are walking a certain path in life, if you know that you are a good person, if you know that you do not intentionally hurt other people, that means that your soul has ascended. That means that you have gone through darkness. You've gone through so many lifetimes where you've had to basically master cruelty. You've had to go through very challenging lifetimes. So because your soul is seasoned, you are on a higher level. And that actually pertains back to the biblical story of Lucifer, because Lucifer is a demon and he is also a fallen angel. So certain souls on this planet have not reached ripeness yet, meaning they're still in the lower level energies. They have not learned enough yet. And it's your responsibility as someone who knows what's best for you. It's your responsibility to not engage in certain actions or behaviors that you know keep you hung up, that you know, just leave the door open for people to keep coming back into your life, even though they're obviously not on your level. So that's something that I just wanted to get out there for some people, because, the phrase angels carry swords too, you do have to be ruthless if you're going to be walking in the light. You cannot just open your door to every single energy that knocks on it. You do have to use your knowledge. You do have to cut certain people out if they're not behaving in a way that adds to your life. If you're the one that's constantly giving, if you're the one that's constantly forgiving, there's an issue there. So it's not a matter of the universe protecting you all the time, even though it does. You also have to protect yourself. And you have to know that you're strong enough to do that. So thank you so much, Gemini, for listening to me. I truly hope this helped some of you out there. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you next month. Bye-bye.